So there is a new LEGO Harry Potter advent calendar coming out later this year around September, October, November time, I believe. It's going to come with 344 pieces and retail for $45 or roughly about £35. So this set is going to come with 7.5 minifigures technically. We'll get into exactly why that is. 2 of those are being reuses from other sets and 5.5 of those are going to be unique. So some quite interesting stuff. We know all about the micro builds that are going to be in this set, which is of course a stable thing with all advent calendars. We get these little micro builds for the different days of December. So let's crack into exactly what is coming in this LEGO Harry Potter advent calendar. So we'll start off with the reused figures, which is Harry with the short legs and also Severus Snape. It's a shame because this was a perfect opportunity for LEGO to give us a new Severus Snape minifigure and to fix his torso section, because his torso is in this bright purple colour where he doesn't wear bright purple in the films. I don't know why. He wears black, so why isn't that coloured in black? I don't know. But this was a perfect opportunity for LEGO to give us that all black Severus Snape minifigure, which is, you know, accurate to the movies. But hey ho, let's go into what the unique minifigures are with this set. So we've got a new and exclusive Tonks figure in this set, similar to the Grimmauld Place set we got this summer, where we got a new and exclusive Tonks figure there as well. So the difference is, this Tonks figure is going to have a secondary face print where she's making a duck face, where in Grimmauld Place, that secondary face print, she was making a pig face. I'm not sure if that's going to be the only difference. She might have different coloured hair or just printing overall. I'm not quite sure. We don't have a picture of her minifigure yet. We do also get Neville in this set, based on the Deathly Hallows, the Battle of Hogwarts, where he comes with the sword of Gryffindor, and we should see him in the grey sweater that he wears. Also, we're going to get Moaning Myrtle. This time, she's going to be in grey, so similar to how Nearly Headless Nick looked in the 2018 Great Hall set. So the last time we got Moaning Myrtle was in the Series 2 collectible minifigure series of Harry Potter, where she was in this bright, like glowy blue colour, which I quite liked, but I'll be interested to see how she looks in this grey colour. I guess the grey is more accurate looking at the films, but let's see how she looks like in this set. All of those are going to be exclusive, as well as the next 3 minifigures I'm going to list off. So the next minifigure, if you want to call it a minifigure, is Horus Slocone, and the reason why it's not really a minifigure is because it's essentially an armchair build, the armchair we saw in the Half-Blood Prince when we go into Horus's current house. It's basically going to be that armchair build with his head at the top. So it's going to be like mid-transformation where he's half an armchair, half him. That's going to be the minifigure, if you want to call it that. The next one is going to be Sirius Black in his brown knitted sweater. When I looked at this piece, this torso, I thought it was going to be for Mundungus Fletcher, but apparently it's for Sirius Black, which is surprising because it looks very similar to what Mundungus Fletcher was wearing in The Order of the Phoenix as well. We also get an exclusive Lord Voldemort in this set. Now, this Lord Voldemort is basically, the only differences we know about is he's got a happy expression. Now, the only time I really recall Voldemort being happy is in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, where he's won the Battle of Hogwarts and he's gloating to the Hogwarts staff and students that he's won. I'm assuming it's based on that scene, but that's just my assumption there. But that's it for the minifigures, some interesting minifigures there. I'm really hyped to get Moaning Myrtle again in grey. I want a new Tonks figure as well. Also Neville based on the Deathly Hallows, and the possibility of Lord Voldemort being on the Deathly Hallows as well. I'm so down for more Deathly Hallows minifigures, so I'm very happy with this minifigure selection. So we do obviously get a load of mini builds in this set behind each of the 20 or 30 doors, or however many days there are in December. So we have a Hogwarts Express and platform 9 3/4 mini build. Now my theory is this is a mini version of the new direct-to-consumer set, which is coming out in September. So if you can't afford the $500 Hogwarts Express D2C, which is very understandable, then at least you get a mini version of it in this advent calendar. We also get the Whomping Willow and Ford Anglia. Not too interested in this, considering in the 2018 big UCS sort of direct-to-consumer Hogwarts Castle set, we got that as a mini builder anyway. So we also get another Goblet of Fire, even though we've already got the Goblet of Fire before. But what's interesting about this one is it comes with a 1x2 tile with the name Harry Potter written on it. So it's exclusive print, it's a new name tile, which is meant to represent the piece of paper that flies out of the Goblet of Fire for the 4th time, so that's pretty cool. We also get some Quidditch goals, which, okay, fine. If they were tall enough to go with our 2018 Quidditch match set, that would be great, because that set only had 3 Quidditch goals when obviously there's 6 on a Quidditch pitch, so you sort of had to buy 2 of those sets to make a proper Quidditch pitch. But obviously they're going to be very small mini builds, so pretty useless. We do get Hagrid's motorcycle. I very much doubt this motorcycle is going to be big enough to fit Hagrid on it, I should say. And Hagrid doesn't come in this set either, so you're probably not meant to do that. It's probably going to be a mini micro scale version of the Hagrid's motorcycle, but it'd be very cool to get that as a set, maybe in some like $20 set where we get a couple of Death Eaters on broomsticks and Hagrid's motorcycle. That would be really cool. We get the Chamber of Secrets as a micro build. I have no idea what this is meant to represent. If it's meant to be the hallway, or just the section of the door, or maybe even the sinks, I'm not sure. The description just says the Chamber of Secrets. We have no idea exactly what that means. We do get a knight as well. I assume this is a 8th or 9th minifigure technically, where we get a knight similar to I think we got a knight in the 2010 Hogwarts Castle set as well in that set, and that didn't count as a minifigure on the box, so maybe it's the same situation here. I'm not quite sure. We do get a pensive, which is odd because we just recently got a pensive in this year's Dumbledore's Office set, so I hope it's a different build, and it's hopefully a little bit better, because the pensive that came in the Dumbledore's Office set this summer wasn't too great. And we also get the Hall of Prophecy as a micro build as well, so I'll be very interested to see what that's going to look like. I imagine they'll use studs for the prophecy pieces and just a load of plates and tiles to represent the shelves. I'm not quite sure, but I can envision how that will be built on micro scale. And we get the atrium micro build, which is a part of the ministry, basically the entrance hall of the Ministry of Magic, where the fireplaces are, and the Fountain of Magical Brethren. We're getting that as a micro build, which again I'm very curious to see, because a lot of these micro builds are very large locations. Like, how are these going to be built in micro scale? I'm not quite sure. I'll be very interested to see how these are going to look like. We get the Triwizard Cup again for the 3rd time, I want to say. We got a physical printed moulded cup in the Series 1 collectible minifigure series for Harry Potter, and we got a brick built one in a previous advent calendar, I believe. So we're getting it again. A little disappointing, I suppose. We get the Burrow as a micro build. I will be interested to see how this looks. Hopefully it goes along with the Hogwarts Castle micro build we get in the new polybag system. If we could put those two next to each other and they were to scale at least somewhat, that would be really cool. But yeah, and the last thing that comes in this set is rubbing more salt in the wounds, and it's going to be a micro scale Gringotts with a dragon, which obviously the dragon is going to be the Ukrainian Iron Belly White Dragon, which was there in the Gringotts escape scene. So a micro scale build of that. I really want a full scale build of that for a direct to consumer set. I'm sure all of you guys want that as well. Hopefully it comes next year, but I'm pretty looking forward to seeing how this advent calendar looks. I'm really excited for these minifigures, and I'm definitely intrigued to see how these builds are, because making a lot of these builds micro scale, even at that micro scale, is going to be quite tough because they're so large, especially the Chamber of Secrets and the atrium for the Ministry of Magic and stuff like that. I'm going to be really interested to see how these builds look. But that is it for today's video. I'll catch you tomorrow for another LEGO Harry Potter video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and I will see you there.